Right, so it's been a couple of weeks since I did a video. I thought I'd do a load of work before I did another one, so a lot of people are keen to get updates, but also like to see something different that's been done. And to be honest, there's probably been a good 50 hours or so gone into it, maybe more, over the last couple of weeks. So I'll run you around the whole car. You'll notice some changes straight away. Some of you won't notice so much. I'll have to point them out, but it should be quite an interesting video, so I'll show you what's been going on. I'll start probably on this quarter. So basically this has had like its final skim filler, like a final filler finish. Not the last coat of filler, to be honest. It's going to be more than this, but it's like this proper finishing filler level done. And also I had to fiberglass up here because this piece here was all wobbly. It was a bit sort of like that. So I've had to put some filler in there. You can see where the filler's gone into the bits that were low, and then obviously left the section here. But I've fiberglassed all that, and also fiberglassed into the rear section of the windows here, just to get a bit more strength, stop it cracking later on. That's the idea. So it looks quite good, to be honest. The shape's looking alright. The wheel arch hasn't been done fully yet, because obviously I can't do that until I take the wheel off and get the new struts and everything else in there, and the extended wheel bolts. But for now it's tidy-ish. But yeah, you see it's not quite straight, but it doesn't really matter too much at the moment at this stage. The rest of it is looking quite good, even down here. It's sort of mostly kind of done, and obviously I'm going into the rear bumper and finishing that off at a later date. I'm not quite on that just yet, but I will get there. What I've also done, because I've been doing this section here, this is all nice and smooth now. It's been done into here, so I've sort of redone. I've fiberglassed this piece into the spoiler, well, sort of what you could call it, a spoiler, like a lip thing, and that piece there is going to be, it hasn't been fillered yet as such, but it's going to be made nice and flat. While I was doing that, I was doing this piece here, this nice and flat, and then I've blended in all these sections up here. This has all been fiberglass, not just filler, it's been fiberglass as well, and that's basically made it a nicer roof line, nice and smooth up to where the window sort of sits. So I'll show you roughly along that line. So it look nice and smooth, it won't look all out of place. This piece here is going to be sort of cut out a little bit of fiberglass. It's going to all be blended into the car. I wasn't going to do that, but I'm going to do it now because I think it would look quite nice. I've done the same to the other side. I'll show you that in a minute. This front wing, this had quite a lot of work as well. So again, wheel arch isn't done yet, but the actual shaping of the panel, including all the front piece here, has now all been flatted back. Again, it's on its kind of final skimish kind of thing, not quite full, not full final, but close enough. One of its final ones, and that's looking quite good. I need to get this in primer really, so I can see exactly where I am with the lines and stuff, but I won't do that until the whole thing's done. I may as well do it all in one hit. The front end's quite, I had a load to work on it. Try and get an angle of this. This plant's in the way, but I'll try and get an angle. So basically, hang on, can't get in here. Right, so this piece here was wrong. So this was finishing too far over that way. That piece was finishing too far over that way. So now it's the right shape. I've started getting rid of all the old wrap and stuff at the bottom that was all like a black wrap, and also some bits of screws and things that are in there, and all sorts of bits and bobs. Doing a bit more work on the shape in here. Still a bit more to do on that. I've managed to final skim again this whole lip. There's a line at the back here, mainly because I'm only just going to there. The rest of it's just going to be ground back and stone chipped or something like that, because you won't see it anyway, because that's basically where the intercooler and all the grill and everything else are going to sit inside there. So you won't see nothing past that, so there's no point doing the bodywork behind there. You're not going to see, so I won't bother doing that. Been playing around with light holes because they're slightly different shapes, as is put it out regularly. This one is a bit better now at the bottom here, with roughly the shape, because I quite like the shape of this one. I won't know fully what the shape is until I fit the lights and put them in, and I'll see whereabouts I am, but I like the shape of this one. This one's slightly different, whereas the bottom shape's okay. The top shape's gone too far up into where the wing is going to be, hence the difference in shape. But yeah, once the lights are in and I can have a quick look and see what's what, then I can shape them to suit. But the actual shape of the whole car is looking quite good. These, try and get it level, these Wings here are looking a bit better. I've done a bit more fiberglass on that. The shape isn't quite the same just yet, because it's quite difficult to do those, to be fair, but I will get on to finishing those off. But they're looking a lot better than they were 2 weeks ago, that's for sure. So I had a lot of flatting done. I say all this has been flatted, all this section. This isn't on final fill yet, this is just shaping stages at the moment, because obviously I've got to get it right the same shape as the other side. But you can see it's getting a lot better than it was before, because the this piece here, this was too high, this was too low, this wasn't far enough over there. There's all sorts of shapes, but it's a lot better now. This piece here, same. So this piece here was quite nice. I like the shape I made along here, so it's sort of got like a bit of a crease and kind of like an angled shape there. None of this was like that, so now it is. It's got the right bend on here, the right shape on there, and goes up there, so looking quite good. I like that. Also this wing here again has had some work, starting to take shape now. You can see I've been doing quite a lot. You can imagine how long all this takes. It takes ages, not a case of 5 minutes on each one. This is hours on each one. Again, this section here, this one's actually had less done on the other one, but it's also had the blending in with the angles again. You can see where there's still filler issues. There's not had much work on this. I've been sort of neglecting this side a bit more than the other one, as you'll see in a second. This quarter panel, which was a complete nightmare, was completely different to the other side. Well, not completely different, but it was fairly different to the other side. Now I've had to get the line in roughly here, and then basically angle it over with round it over with the thing. But I'm going to have to redesign this, not redesign, wrong word. I'll have to reshape this spoiler because it's different to the other side. This leg, take a bit out because it's a bit too thick, and then once I know where that line is, then I can get this line spot on along here, because it needs to be the same as the other side. But it's a lot better than it was. This was all over the place, this piece, and so was all this. This piece has been fiberglassed in. This was all over the place. I've ignored the cut in it at the moment. I've had to do a little bit of rejigging about on this one to make it right, but it's getting there. It's looking quite good. Also, nothing done on the rear, I don't think, since the last video. Don't think so. Not on the. Oh yeah, well, I suppose the legs have been done. So the shapes of the legs here, they've been done. But the actual rear end hasn't had anything done on it at all, apart from the spoiler, which is now on its mountings, proper mountings, removable stuff. So you can see where they've been fitted. This has got to be all fiberglass now. I know where things are going to sit. This is going to be fiberglass to make it slightly longer. I've already done some fiberglass on this, but it's got 2 pins on here, and basically that has a key like this. That slots into the holes, and then it's like a rack bolt basically. Obviously I've fiberglassed all the spoiler as well, just to make sure it's all solid. It's completely the wrong shape at the moment, as you can see, but you get the idea with that. I'll do it once I've done this. And then another one here, I'll make sure I don't drop this thing when it's come off here. There we go. Spoiler comes off. Try not to break anything. And then it just slides off there. Which usually when I'm doing this two-handed, spoiler can go over there for a minute. This is how you access the boot. So obviously you've got the holes for where the pins go in, over there. And then if I pull this, oh actually I'm going to need a key. 2 seconds, I was going to show you something you might find very interesting. Let's get the key to the car, should probably have opened it beforehand. There's no battery on it, I'm having to use the bog standard key. Which way does it go? That way. There we go. Need to fall over then. Right, so a bit dusty in here. Let's open the boot. And you'll spot something straight away. Right. So the airride is part fitted. The struts aren't yet. None of the airlines are, but the 2 amps that were there before, so the 2 8,000 watt amps in there. There's going to be a 1500 watt amp up here, and then a smaller amp for the tweeters and components on the rear one there. But I've got the airride tank in. I think that's a 3 gallon tank, I think it is. And then underneath here there's been a nice false floor. Obviously this is all trim panels. This is going to be fiberglass. So this is, I'm just making the right shapes at the moment. So all this piece here will be one piece of fiberglass, and eventually we'll just lift on and off. This is just like a template. Ignore the dodgy corner on here. That won't be there. I'll have a look at a piece, put over the top there, and then it will be cut out properly. But I'll get onto that as soon as I can. But underneath here, as I was saying, there's a false floor under here, like a piece of wood underneath this section on the floor. The lithium battery is going to sit underneath there. Well, say lithium, I think I might go sodium on this one, I'm not sure. But basically going to be a big battery in here, massive thing that goes underneath the amps, and obviously all the alternator cables are going to come down here into that. They're going to come into the amp. I've fitted all the compressors, so there's two compressors for it. One sits under here, one sits under here, and then there's going to be a short air line up to the tank, which you won't see. And all the wiring harnesses in there underneath that piece. I'll try and do a picture of it at some point. I think I might have one. I'll post it with the pics. But there's a the management system's under there as well, so it literally just sits underneath there, and that will obviously power everything and get it all working. And I've just got to run the cable through for the controller. There's like a controller thing to sit on the dash, and also you can control it with your phone, so that'd be good. But yeah, there you go, that's where I am. So I've done quite a lot, as you can see. A lot of flatting, a lot of fitting, a lot of fiberglass in, filling again, filling again, filling again, filling again. A lot of bits and bobs going on, and it's looking a lot nicer than it was 2 weeks ago even, so I'm well happy with that. But yeah, feel free to comment, subscribe, usual stuff, keep an eye on it. I'm sure you'll all give your opinions on what I'm doing right, wrong and indifferent. But yeah, I'll do another video when I can. It'll probably be another couple of weeks or so, and there's more to show. And yeah, let me know what you think.